5 days. That's how much slower the Orange County housing market has got in just the last 2 weeks. No, not a recession, not in winter. It's spring, the season everyone says is the hottest time of year. So what's actually happening? In the next few minutes, we're going to break down exactly what the data is showing, what it means to you if you were selling, and what it means to you if you were buying. Also, where this market is likely headed next. There is this belief that spring automatically means a hot housing market, but that's not really how this works. That said, historically, February through April is where our market is most active. But this year, on February 28th, our market began to change due to geopolitical influences, which pushed mortgage rates above 6%, and a significant dip in March's consumer sentiment reading. Now, these elements clearly impact the psyche of both buyers and sellers, which then impacts the speed of the market. It's our belief that if these market influences resolve themselves in the next 30 days, the speed of our market will increase, which can impact inventory levels going forward. Buyer demand in Orange County is sitting at 1,599 pending sales, almost identical to last year. Closed sales came in at 1,851 in March. Now that's up 3% year over year and up 36% from February. So yes, homes are selling, but a hot market is not defined by how many homes sell. It's defined by how fast they sell. And that's where things are shifting. In just the last 2 weeks, inventory has climbed to 3,979 active homes, up 3%. While demand has dropped by 3%. More sellers are entering the market while fewer buyers are writing offers. That imbalance is what slows everything down. Expected market times have now increased from 70 days to 75 days, the slowest pace we've seen since January. Historically, this trend continues as inventory builds into summer, typically peaking around July or August, which means the data is pointing towards a gradually slowing market going forward. For sellers, the market is still strong, but the window is tightening. The list to sale price ratio is sitting right at 100%, which means properly priced homes are still achieving full value. But every week that passes brings more competition. When looking at the past 2 years, market times increased roughly 20 to 24 days from spring to summer. Now, that pattern is consistent. Now, if you're planning to list later, you are stepping into a more competitive and slower moving environment. The strategy right now is precision pricing. Even being off by a few percent can cause a home to sit, while the homes that are priced correctly, well presented, and are in a strong location are still moving quickly, and in some cases, above their asking price.
What this means for buyers. For buyers, this is the window many have been waiting for. There are over 1,100 more homes available compared to this time last year. Mortgage rates are slightly improved, and for the first time in years, there is real negotiations happening on properties that have been sitting for 30, 45, or even 60 days. Now, that does not mean every home is a deal. The best properties are still competitive, but there is finally some leverage in the market. The biggest mistake buyers are making right now is waiting for a housing crash. Distressed inventory, including foreclosures and short sales, makes up just 0.3% of the market. That is essentially non-existent. The vast majority of homeowners have equity, which means there is no wave of forced selling coming anytime soon. The Orange County luxury market, homes above $2.5 million. The luxury market is telling two completely different stories depending on the price point. Homes between $2.5 and $4 million are actually moving faster, with expected market time dropping to 114 days, significantly improved compared to last year. That segment remains very healthy, but once you move above $6 million, the market slows dramatically, with an expected market time of 293 days, nearly 10 months. At that pace, a home listed today could realistically be closing closer to next year. Factors like stock market volatility and global economic uncertainty tend to impact this segment more, which is why pricing strategy becomes even more critical at the high end. The key takeaways we want you to know is that the Orange County housing market is not crashing, but it is shifting. The number of homes selling remains strong, but the speed of the market is slowing as inventory builds and demand slightly softens. For buyers, this is the most opportunity seen in the past couple of years, with more options and more negotiating power. For sellers, the advantage is still there, but it is narrowing, and success depends heavily on accurate pricing and proper positioning of your home. If you want to stay on top of what is really happening in the Orange County housing market with clear, data-driven updates every couple of weeks, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. And if you're thinking about buying or selling and want a specific breakdown specific to your city or even your neighborhood, drop it in the comments. I read every one and will give you a clear picture of what the data is showing right now. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on our next video.